Teaching is heroic. It's a noble profession. Teachers plant seeds for the future of societies. My story about teaching is about a love for teaching, and it's about the empowerment of youth. It's also about stress, about learning the skills to self-care, emotional intelligence, how to move well with change. I had a huge motivation to want to make a difference, and I burned out. This is a story about finding the roots of stress and the foundations for well-being and creativity.
I think I'm most happy when I'm in my classroom with my students. I learn so much from them as much as they're learning from me.
I was drawn to being able to make change in children's lives and to be a part of that change.
That excitement that comes from discovering something new that they couldn't do before, and you see that and it just lights them up.
I love that relationship that I build with the children and being on their journey with them.
It's a hard job because you are responsible for so many people's children and their learning, and that's such a huge responsibility. So you want to do it right, you want to do the best that you can do, and what you do is you want to be perfect all the time.
My head is often extremely full, always full.
Guilt that I'm not doing enough for every child in the classroom. Guilt that there's not enough time.
Teaching's a vortex and it will suck in every minute that you give it.
So I think there is a lot of stress around our job, and I think we accept that far too readily.
Because it's the kind of job you can't be having a bad day in, so if you are, that doesn't get to show, and which works okay on a every now and then basis, but when you're having to try and maintain that over a period of time, it becomes pretty exhausting. So,
And that's when I myself ran into major mental health issues at the end of last year. I actually had to take 2 months out of teaching because I hit the wall.
Teachers are the people who are bringing forth the generation. It seems to me if we want that generation coming forth to be the best it can be, we need to look after the teachers. Calm, Clear, Creative is a mindfulness training for teachers. It involves face-to-face, ongoing support, planting seeds, and then supporting teachers through the changes. Mindfulness in the classroom, mindfulness in the school community. So we look at mindful games, we look at developing a unit work about mindfulness, and we look at the setting up of the space and the school community for structures that are supportive.
Talk about maybe having that sort of core teachers introducing it and being the support then for maybe the rest of the staff.
Mindfulness means many things to many people. In essence, in this program, it is about learning to rest in non-judgmental awareness. It is about the cultivation of compassion, both for self and for other, and it's about embodying curiosity, a playfulness, a willingness to inquire into the nature of our experience. So calm, clear, creative. Calm is pointing to the fact that we all, human beings, have an innate capacity for calm. We just need to slow down and learn some tools, resources. Out of calm comes clarity. We get interested in the way things are. It's a process of curiosity, wonder. Such an important quality, I think, in education. And then the final, creativity. What does that look like practically? Well, it means seeing people in a fresh way. It means creativity in lesson planning. It means creativity in reinventing myself in different ways. Why train teachers to embody mindfulness? Well, this started teaching an 8-week program that went into the classroom, but we were quick to realize that it's hard to sustain the change. We need this to become part of the culture. Mindful teachers will mean mindful students. Teachers who can demonstrate this way of being will mean children get it.
I wish I'd had a teacher that had these tools and was able to teach me how to pause and breathe and just be in the moment, because I think that would have really helped me with my adult life hugely.
The vast majority of the consultations that I see as a GP involve some form of stress or anxiety or mental health problem. It's becoming increasingly common. And if that's not the primary reason for someone coming to see their GP, then it almost certainly will feed into some other health problem or crisis which they're experiencing.
Children are growing up and they seem to be missing a piece of the puzzle, so to speak, and that is connection with self, and that comes a lot in like their ability to be resilient and their ability to self-manage and to know who they are as a person, and that's something that isn't taught.
Life has become more complicated for young people, and that their resilience is really, really low.
I know our kids that we're teaching in our schools, there's so much going on for them, and I know a huge part of my job every day is caring for my kids as people, not as learners.
Who else in society has the capacity to bring forth new ways of being other than teachers?
They know their pupils so well, they spend time with the families in the context of the classroom, they know the community, they're involved in the community, and I really feel that in the future of healthcare and the future of education, for all of our well-being, we need to work in a more integrated fashion.
You don't go to school just to learn how to read and write, you actually go and learn how to be a human being and interact with other people and acknowledge who you are as well. And that's something that I want to see a change.
This, in a way, helps them to help themselves. So if we can do something that's much broader, that helps not only kids who look as if they need it, but even the ones who don't look as if they need it. To me, that's a really valuable thing that it's a life skill.
If we're looking for an evidence-based, effective way in which to do that, then I think that mindfulness in education's got the most to offer.
We need to find ways of helping people to feel calm. And if we can help people to feel calm, then we give them the ability to live potentially a happier, healthier life.
This is about living divided no more. It is about living integrated. For that to happen, we need to feel safe. We need to feel at home in this, our experience. And we need to be able to carry that feeling of being at home, that belonging and security wherever we go.
It is in us all, that ability to be calm, and I didn't know it was there because I spend life rushing and at times stressed and not actually needing to be as stressed as I think I become.
There was a real sense of support with other educators, which we often don't get in a school environment. We often feel like we're just by ourselves in the classroom, and so it felt really nice to be a part of that community.
What it did was gave me a level of peace that I was hoping for, and it's also inspired me.
And I haven't seen a better way out there that we can teach our kids to manage themselves or to relate to others.
This is going to bring us together, and we're really keen to work together for our community, not just for our class or our school.
This is gold, and it's so close to home. It's right here, right now, each moment. And it's so great to see the teachers feeling empowered and taking it back to their schools.
I'm excited about the fact that, yeah, there's ways forward to make it accessible to the kids and to just people in general, to be their own healers, I suppose.
I'm really excited to go to school tomorrow and just start to put some of those things into practice straight away. And I've had some aha moments while doing meditation about some things that will work well, and I can just see them happening, and I can see the children being really excited about it. So I'm super excited about that.
There is a simple story that sums this up for me, and it's about a child who comes to a grandparent and says, It's as if there are two wolves in my heart. One of those wolves is established in a battlefield. It's at war, it's constantly judging and trying to get somewhere and make things right. And the other wolf is much softer, it's kind, it's fluid, it's responsive, it's compassionate. Grandfather, grandmother, which one will win? And they say, the one you feed. This is about wiring for goodness. It's about recognizing that we are active participants in the worlds that we bring forth, that what we do matters and how we do it matters.